Good morning. I'd like to call to order the September 22nd, 2025 regular meeting of the Mobile County Commission. We have with us for our invocation this morning Reverend Rebecca Abel Lamar from Government Street Presbyterian Church to bring our invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Holy and gracious and generous God, we ask for your presence here for this meeting today. We ask for your blessing upon this county where we live and which we love. We ask that all the citizens of Mobile County might thrive and seek to serve one another with compassion and care. Ask that you would bless these commissioners today as they go about their work. Give them minds for the details that need their attention, and give them hearts for the bigger picture of justice, health, safety, and opportunity for the people that they serve. Give them strength and wisdom for the living of these days, and give all of us hearts to follow you in all that we do. Through Christ we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Do we have any speakers?
Yes, ma'am. We have several people have signed up to speak today. Two are only if there are questions. One would like to address the commission after the budget. But the first speaker today is Ms. DeRay Hall. She is the new director of the Mobile Public Library, and she would like to address the commission about this being Library Card Month.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, commissioners. Again, my name is DeRay Hall, and I am the joy and pleasure of serving as the library director for the Mobile Public Library. And I have exciting news. This month is Library Card Sign-Up Month. And so for anyone and everyone who is within our city and our county, I urge them to get a library card because it opens doors to so many different resources. Per your request and invitation to do a presentation today, I won't be able to show it to you on the website, but anyone can access not only our 11 locations, but also resources that are online. One that I definitely wanted to share with the commission are our business resources. You can take an online course in anything under Universal Class. And so if you go to the library's main webpage, it's www.mobilepubliclibrary.org. Right across that top banner, it'll say resources and then online resources and classes. So many other wonderful resources that are there. And so we just want you to celebrate with us. Anyone who is here today or maybe listening to us online, please go to the public library, get your free library card, and open a door for endless possibilities. I wanted to also bring one other thing up that's really important in my partnership with you all. Commissioner Dewitt, you and I were at a very important town hall meeting a couple of weeks ago that highlighted for the community so many issues that we're having with the fentanyl crisis. And so I just thank you for that. Thank you for partnering with me. The issue that was brought up about children was raised and much concern. But guess what? When children get out of school, guess where they go? To the library, right? So anywhere that you all are, the library belongs there as well. So continue to partner with me. Thank you for that invitation. Thank you for working with us, and continue to look forward to wonderful programming with our library. Thank you.
And thank you too for making sure the doors of these libraries are open, because sometimes we have limited resources in the county for things like you're talking, like kids after school, your boys and girls clubs and your libraries. And so thank you for all that you do for the public libraries in Mobile.
Sure. Yes, sir. Thank you all for having me.
The next person signed up to address the commission on an item related to the agenda is Mr. Randy Godwin. and he would like to address the commission related to Summer Glen subdivision.
Good morning. The gentleman next door to me has bought some property off of Repo Road. It's the Summer Glen neighborhood subdivision, and he has quite the problem with his erosion and drainage. His stormwater is now running into my property, leaving red clay silt. Yeah, he has a silt fence along some of the area, but so far it's about 3 feet tall, and the fence is in distress. And I wonder if the engineers can take a look at that and see if he can fix the drainage problem.
Do you know the address of the,
I live at 2319 Summer Glen Drive. It's Summer Glen subdivision. It's off of Repo Road. Within the past 6 months, he's been attempting to build 2 houses. And so far, he's flooded our retention pond with red clay and silt. He came out the other day and put some more silt fences up, but we haven't had a big heavy rain like before. So I'm wondering when the next heavy rain comes along if we'll have this problem again. And that's all I got to say.
is that, Tim, is this the address I called you about or different address? Different? Okay. Do you have some, you want to?
I'll speak on the mic, if you don't mind. So we will pass this along to our inspections department. We will send some inspectors out there to look at it and make a report. But so this does not have, so the construction right there does not have any impact on the approval recommendation or not for this subdivision. That is a completely separate permitting. So that will be handled through our building inspections permitting.
Is this something, this subdivision we've already approved it, or is it something we're looking at approving?
This is a re-subdivision, so they're changing some lot lines in a previously existing subdivision.
But it's outside of your subdivision. The address that you're talking about is actually on Repo Road, correct?
Well, it's supposed to be inclusive. He's wanting to put a driveway to go to Repo, but we have an HOA.
Okay.
And like I say, it's been going on for about 6 months now.
Will you give Tim your phone number so I can reach out to you either later this week or this afternoon?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Is this agenda item 45?
Yes, ma'am, it's 45. I might have mistakenly said 46. Apologies if I did.
All right, other speakers?
Terry Harbin is here on 46 if you have questions, but he doesn't necessarily would like to address the commission up front.
Okay.
And then Commissioner Hasty has signed up to speak, but she asked to speak after the budget presentation. Commissioner Kim Hasty.
She get pre-approval to speak at the meeting today? I don't know. Oh, wait, this isn't the city. I'm sorry.
I have no questions on 46. I have none.
Mr. Kerr? Before you go, I'd just like to acknowledge that we have 3 retirees. I don't think any of them were able to attend today's meeting. Deanna Ryland with the License Commissioner's Office, Teresa Turner, Circuit Court Judges, and Sarah Howard, Finance Coordinator. Together, they have 47 years of experience, and we wish them well in their retirement. Now.
Commissioners, prior to consider adopting the county budget for next year, we have a brief presentation. It will be presented by Deputy Finance Director Crystal Monk.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Before we begin, I'd like to extend sincere thanks to the following individuals and teams whose support and collaboration make this work possible. The Mobile County Commission, the Revenue Commissioner Kim Hasty and her staff, License Commissioner Nick Matronga and his staff, Judge Irwin and his staff, Sheriff Paul Birch and his staff, County Administrator Eddie Kerr, and Deputy Administrator Aspen Collins and Ricky Mitchell. With that, I am pleased to present the Mobile County Commission's 2026 General Fund Budget. The total proposed budget for fiscal year 2026 is $226,446,358. This reflects a 2% increase over last year's budget. Budget highlights include personnel, 2.5% cost of living adjustment, staffing increase for recently upgraded county parks, absorption of a 4.7% increase in health insurance costs once again, operations increasing by $2 million, largely due to higher insurance premiums and utility expenses. This also includes a new spay and neuter program for the animal shelter, and transfers are decreasing by $6.4 million, reflecting the conclusion of one-time funding allocations. Appropriations have increased by $2.8 million. This is for $450,000 county tourism, sponsoring the Super 7 and Mobile Sports Hall of Fame, a $2.35 million in economic incentives supporting workforce development and industry partnerships with Bishop State, AIDT, Burden Shipbuilding, Master Boat Builders, Allsteel, and City of Mobile Civic Center. Capital and debt service. Capital and debt make up 6% of the general fund, and these funds support equipment purchases and service debt tied to capital improvement projects. Revenue overview. Our revenue sources breakdown, we get 58% from tax revenue and 21% from intergovernmental sources. 21% comes from all other sources. Revenue performance. Overall, revenues are projected to increase 2% or approximately $5 million. Key drivers are carryover usage is up 9% or $1.6 million. Taxes are increasing 3%, driven by $2 million increase in property taxes and $2.5 million increase in sales tax. Intergovernmental revenue is up 4%, thanks to a $4 million increase in simplified seller's tax, despite the decline in the American Rescue Plan Act and other sources. Charges for services are up 8%, with $900,000 in combined increases from Revenue Commission standard and school fees. Miscellaneous income is up 198%, with interest revenue increasing by $3 million due to a new short-term investment strategy. Operating transfers are down 100%. No transfers are budgeted for fiscal year 2026. This is a $7 million reduction. Transitioning to expenditures. Now that we've reviewed revenue, let's turn our attention to the following expenditures. 84% of the general fund budget is allocated to two primary functions, 47% being to public safety and 37% to general government. Functional changes include general government has increased 9% or $6.6 million due to increases in salaries, benefits, retiree costs, and appropriations. Public safety has increased 2% or $2.4 million. This includes personnel costs and capital expenditures for the Sheriff's Administration and jail. Environmental compliance is down 8% or $640,000 due to reduced capital expenditures for environmental services and enforcement. Culture and recreation is up 40% or $2.6 million, and this is due to additional personnel and operations for mobile county parks and the anticipated opening of the golf course and aquatic center. Debt service is up 5% or $598,000, and this reflects the anticipated issuance of new capital improvement bonds. Salaries and benefits have increased $5.9 million compared to the previous year, which includes a 2.5% COLA and rising retiree cost. The commission will absorb the health insurance cost increase once again. I would like to thank the commission for supporting and not passing additional costs to the employees. Mobile County Commission's responsibility for funding, License Commission, Probate, Sheriff, Revenue Commission. At this moment, I would like to remind everyone of the Budget Authority. The Mobile County Commission has the responsibility to ensure that all county funds are appropriated and expended in a manner that protects the financial stability of the county. In exercising this authority, the Commission requires the following of all elected officials whose offices are funded through the Commission's approved budget. Vacancies. Filling of all vacancies shall be preceded by a budget check conducted by the Mobile County Finance Department to verify that sufficient funding is available prior to proceeding with the hiring process. Merit. Effective immediately, temporary moratorium is placed on the awarding of merit raises or special merit raises until such time the Commission establishes a formal review and approval process. And overtime. Each elected official is expected to manage overtime costs within the budget amount. Should overtime expenses trend toward exceeding budget levels, the Commission may require that operational funds within the department's existing budget be reallocated to cover anticipated increases to overtime cost. That concludes the overview of the 2026 general fund budget. I'd now like to open the floor to any questions or discussions. Thank you.
Okay, I think this is when I would like to ask a question. Do you mind putting the screen back up, the one right before the end? The three things. Is that too hard to do?
No, I'm
Okay,
doing
it is, that's okay.
okay.
We'll get it back up there.
I'd like to say to the county.
Hold on. You want to make a comment toward a particular slide, because I was going to ask you to come on down so you can.
I'm pretty loud. Thank you for putting that up there. What I would like to first say is thank you all very, very much for absorbing the insurance costs for all the employees. I know that's huge and hard to do, and very much appreciate that, and I know my employees do as well. Basically, this is the part that I just had questions about. Actually, what I wanted to state is I thought we were already doing this until just recently, that your budgets were being checked. I think we all should have checks and balances in our budget, and so I agree with these things that you're doing, but I have questions about them. So the vacancies, filling vacancies, I just want to make sure that several years ago, we had the cumbersome situation where you give the appointing authority our budgets, but then we would have to come through and submit, come through a county commission meeting and do all that stuff. And we haven't done that in several years. And I just want to make sure that, yes, I definitely think that our budget should be monitored. I thought they were already being monitored. But, I couldn't run county commission, and, you don't really know what goes on in my office. So I just want to make sure that, yes, you are checking our budget and all that, but I want to make sure that this doesn't mean it's coming back before the county commission meetings.
This means a budget check. So you wouldn't have to come before the commission to get your position voted on or any of that.
Okay, I appreciate that, because just the question, because as you know, I've been in and out talking to several, all three of you for several months. And so I think one of the changes that I understood was happening is that when we submit it to the personnel board, that there's now a 10-day hold, and that was in order for all those things to be checked. And so is this saying that y'all are going to come up with a different policy, and then you'll let us know that it's going to be different from that?
What part of this is to give us time so that we can come up with a process that we can share with each of the elected officials about how this is going to happen. I believe the 10-day was almost kind of a gentleman's agreement, a general person's agreement, but we feel like we need to have something that's more concrete that everyone can rely on, that everyone understands what that means. If we do a 10-day, when that 10-day is triggered, when it ends, that kind of thing. It needs to be tighter. We've just determined that it needs to be a little tighter than we currently have.
Okay, yeah, I totally agree with that. So the merit raises, excuse me, that this is only temporary until you come up with those policies, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, all right, that's what I wanted to know. Thank you so much.
Okay.
You don't have to raise your hand, just come on up.
Actually, don't need to come up. I didn't sign up. I just wanted to thank the commission for the COLA raise for the sheriff's office, on behalf of the sheriff's office employees, and for y'all absorbing the rise in health costs. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Okay.
Anybody
So
else?
Crystal, I think you're done. I think we got your question. Thank you so much.
Good job, Crystal. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you also, Crystal and Aspen and Eddie, and Ricky's not here, and the other elected officials, your staff helping get where we're at today. I say this every year, but I'm going to say it again. I think one of the most important things we can do is make sure that we take care of the people who take care of us, and that's the employees of Mobile County, not just the county commission, the license, the revenue, the probate, the sheriff's office. I think that's the most important thing we can do is make sure that we're taking care of the people who are out here on the streets every day doing their job and taking care of us. I think I hate a 2.5% raise. I'm just going to tell you how I feel about it. And if there was any way around it, I wouldn't be in favor of it. I said for a long time I wouldn't even vote yes for a 2.5% raise because I guess that just comes from being a county employee for 25 plus years and going 8 or 9 of those years without getting any raises. But I think the commission has done a fantastic job in the last 5 years. At least I'm just speaking since I've been here and commending my colleagues as well of making sure that we got raises for our employees, and we have absorbed for, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think 5 years, the increased cost of benefits for our employees, which is a big deal. So thank you guys as well, and I thank Crystal and Aspen and Eddie and your staff for getting us where we're at today. And Kim, we're not trying to run any yours or Paul's office or Nick's. We just want to make sure that that this isn't something that's going to, as Commissioner Ludgood said, that's going to come before the commission for a vote before you can hire or replace people. But we do need to come up with a steady policy that everybody can live with. And also thank you guys for being here today.
Commissioner, I would also like to echo those same sentiments of appreciation. Since I've been a member of the county commission, there's been a great atmosphere with our other elected officials and their departments and the spirit of working together. And I see that continuing. This is not about, as Commissioner Dewitt said, forcing anybody to do anything. It's really more about improving communication and just making sure that we're all on the same page and we all understand some of what the limitations are from time to time. And going forward, I mean, as you know, revenues and expenses fluctuate, and there are times we've got to tighten belts, and there's times that we can give higher raises. And we do what we can because we do value your partnership. We value the employees and the hard work that they do in our departments. And maybe we don't say enough how much we appreciate you, but we really do. And so thank you for coming together. Thank you for your positive comments. And we'll continue to communicate. And feel free at any time, if there's a problem, if there's an issue, communicate with us and let us know so that we can deal with it earlier as opposed to later, anytime. So again, thanks.
And I just like to thank our staff. I know that you worked shorthanded and you were balancing a lot of really important issues for the commission while you were trying to do this budget. And I just want you to know how much we appreciate the extra effort, the extra time that you put in to doing this. I wouldn't have wanted to be you. It was a lot, but you pulled it out and we're here today with the budget. And so we thank you.
And Eddie, I give you and your staff permission to leave at 5 o'clock today.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So the chair will entertain a motion to adopt the
So moved.
2025.
Second.
Thank you, Commissioners. Item 2, approve a list of claims.
So moved.
Second.
3, hold public hearing so any citizen of the county shall be given an opportunity to be heard for or against any item related to the statement of revenues, expenditures, and changes in fund balance report.
The public hearing is now in session. Are there any speakers for or against? Hearing none, the public hearing is now closed. Mr.
4.
Kerr,
Yes.
Terry, which item are you here for? Well, I know you have bigger fish to fry. I was just going to ask him if we could go to 46 and handle it out of order.
Item 46, approve final plat of the Pines of Dawes and authorize the county engineer to sign the plat and to update the following street in the private road inventory, the Pines of Dawes Drive. This street has been constructed to a paved private road standard and certified by the developer's professional engineer.
So moved.
Terry, where is that exactly on Dawes Road? I'm just trying to. There's so many subdivisions in my district. I can't keep up with all of them.
It's immediately south of the Mitchell Veterinary Clinic at the traffic circle of Grelot and Dawes and Airline Drive.
Okay, thank you. Second.
That's it. We're
Thank
done.
you. Thank you very much.
Very welcome.
I'm going to let you run your meeting now, Mr. Kerr.
Thank you,
I
ma'am.
think.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say we're on number 4. Approve appropriation contract with the Boys and Girls Clubs of South Alabama in the amount of $5,000 from District 1 Education Funds for its Our City, Our Future telethon.
So moved.
Second.
5, approve appropriation contract with Sims Youth Football in the amount of $5,310 from District 2 Education Funds for a football scoreboard.
So moved.
Second.
6, approve appropriation contract with Dedicated Dentist in the total amount of $5,000 for its free dental day on Saturday, October 11th, with funds divided as follows.
So moved.
Second.
And Commissioners, we have a slight revision to number 7, which will read as follows. Approve appropriation contract with Fostering Together Gulf Coast in the total amount of $5,000 for its Fostering Hope Gala on Thursday, October 16th, with funds divided as follows. Districts 1 and 2 will contribute $1,250 apiece, and District 3 in the amount of $2,500.
So moved.
Second.
8, approve sponsorship agreement with Sims Women's Club in the amount of $500 from District 2 Education Funds for its Christmas tour and shop hop event on Saturday, December 13th.
So moved.
Second.
9, approve appropriation contract with Southwest Mobile County Chamber of Commerce in the amount of $6,000 from District 3 Education Funds for its Tillman's Corner Area Learning Leadership Program.
So moved.
Second.
10, approve professional services contract with Peter Ralston in the amount of $88,000 to provide computer, networking, and information technology services at Strickland Youth Center.
So moved.
Second.
11, approve appropriation contract with the Mowa Band of Choctaw Indians in the total amount of $5,000 from District 1 and District 3 Education Funds for its annual powwow event on October 3rd through October 4th, with funds divided as follows.
So moved.
Second.
12, approve professional services agreement with Airwind in the amount not to exceed $28,000 for updating various training videos and public service announcements in preparation for the 2026 election cycle, to be paid as follows.
So moved.
Second.
13, approve renewal of subrecipient agreement with Goodwill Industries of the Gulf Coast for Project 21-07 of the GOMESA Expenditure Plan, Mobile County Recycle Center Program, in an amount not to exceed $187,500.
So moved.
Second.
14, approve change order number 1 with Teamcraft Roofing for project roof maintenance or replacement for various county facilities. The change order will decrease the contract amount by $77,443, and the new contract will be in the total amount of $7,370,907.
So moved.
Second.
15, approve hold harmless indemnity agreement for the use of county equipment from the Mowa Band of Choctaw Indians.
So moved.
Second.
Items 16 and 17 were voted at conference. 18, adopt resolution authorizing request of the Revenue Commission to dispose of certain items at the Michael Square Shopping Center from the fixed assets inventory list, declare a surplus, and authorize items to be disposed of by lawful means.
So moved.
Second.
19, approve amendment number 3 to the existing professional services contract with Hersick and Webster Creative Professionals to add Escatava Hollow Park and Campground Blackwater River Interpretive Center exhibit design and content development and layout.
So moved.
Second.
20, approve grant amendment with the Alabama Department of Environmental Management for the Alabama Recycling Fund grant to extend the period of performance to March 31st, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
21, approve sponsorship agreement with Hands Up Charities in the total amount of $1,000 for its charity golf tournament on Saturday, October 11th, with funds divided as follows.
So moved.
Second.
22, approve revising the resolution of the Mobile County Commission conference and meeting schedule as follows: to cancel the conference on October 9th and hold a combined conference and meeting on October 14th.
So moved.
Second.
23 was voted at conference. 24, approve annual work order to furnish labor, equipment, and materials as needed for fiscal year 25-26 as follows.
So moved.
Second.
25, approve renewal of a 12-month professional services contract with Content Fresh for social media consulting, management, and Mobile County's community calendar research content development.
So moved.
Second.
26, adopt resolution authorizing request of probate court to dispose of certain items from fixed assets inventory list, declare a surplus property, and donate miscellaneous election-related supplies, including PPE materials, pens, highlighters, markers, and tape, that were returned from precincts after previous elections to local school systems and authorize items to be disposed of by lawful means.
So moved.
Second.
27, adopt resolution authorizing request of probate court to dispose of certain items, declare a surplus, and authorize disposal, and authorize pursuant to Alabama Department of Public Examiners minimum accounting requirements for the office of the judge of probate that the proceeds from the sale of those certain items from fixed assets inventory be held separately by designated fund and remitted directly to probate court to be deposited in the court's special recording fee fund account from which the equipment was purchased.
So moved.
Second.
28, adopt resolution authorizing request of probate court to dispose of certain items, declare a surplus, and authorize items to be disposed of by lawful means, and authorize for the office of judge of probate that the proceeds from the sale of these certain items from fixed assets inventory be held separately by designated fund and deposited in the bank account of the fund from which the equipment was purchased.
So moved.
Second.
29, approve service agreement with Unity Fiber to provide an emergency phone line for the elevator at Escatawba Hollow Park and Campground for the restaurant at Moffett Road in Wilmer. Monthly reoccurring cost of $75 for a 36-month term and a one-time charge of $10,540.
So moved.
Second.
30, adopt resolution expressing Mobile County Commission's opposition to any legislative changes that would disrupt the simplified seller's use tax program's operation or call the program's constitutionality into question.
So moved.
Second. I assume that we're going to forward this resolution to our local legislative delegation. Is that where we're going to do with this?
The original intent was to forward it back to the Association of County Commissions, but we can certainly do that to the local delegation also.
Thank you.
I would agree.
Yeah, I think they, beyond getting it to the association, also let's get that resolution over to the local legislative delegation.
We will do that. 31, consider taking the following action on bids.
So moved.
Second.
32, approve building maintenance project lighting upgrade for Grand Bay Library in the amount of $59,243.75.
So moved.
Second.
33, approve renewal of software agreement with SHI International Corporation in the amount of $134,597.05 under the current state of Alabama agreement for Microsoft 365 volume licensing, client access license, and Windows Desktop for the County Commission.
So moved.
Second.
34, approve renewal of support and maintenance agreement with Contact Innovations in the amount of $7,670 for IA Check SE annual support and IA Check recognition yearly license for the Revenue Commission.
So moved.
Second.
35, approve software maintenance contract with Data Ventures in the amount of $20,738.15 for the Laserfish system for the Sheriff's Office and the Metro Jail.
So moved.
Second.
36, approve 36-month lease agreement with Sharp Electronics Corporation under the current state of Alabama contract for 2 Sharp copiers for a monthly cost of $158.02 each for the Public Works Department.
So moved.
Second.
37, approve preliminary resolution authorizing 2025 Go Mesa capital projects for issuance of limited obligation warrants in an aggregate principal amount not expected to exceed $35 million for various capital improvements pending legal review.
So moved.
No.
She seconded it.
And I vote no.
38, approve right-of-way and/or easement agreement for Track 7 on Mossap Road in the amount of $500 for Project Mossap Road Road Improvement Project.
So moved.
Second.
39, approve right-of-way and/or easement agreement for Lambert Cemetery Road in the total amount of $12,665 for Project Lambert Cemetery Road and Bill Neighbors Road grade drain base and pave to be divided as follows.
So moved.
Second.
40, authorize acquisition of property and acceptance of right-of-way deeds and/or easements from the following property owners for the following projects.
So moved.
Second.
41, approve setting the following speed limits as listed below for roads, segments of roads, and subdivisions requested by the engineering department.
So moved.
Second.
42, approve reimbursable agreement for the relocation of utility facilities on public right-of-way with Alabama Power on Lambert Cemetery Road for Project Lambert Cemetery Road and Bill Neighbors Road grade drain base and pave. The estimated cost to Mobile County is $219,782.
So moved.
Second.
43, approve reimbursable agreement for relocation of utility facilities on public right-of-way with Alabama Power on Bill Neighbors Road for Project Lambert Cemetery Road and Bill Neighbors Road grade drain base and pave. The estimated cost to Mobile County is $91,665.
So moved.
Second.
44, approve proposed and final plats of the following subdivisions.
So moved.
The gentleman that spoke earlier, is this subdivision that he was referring to on the agenda today, Timothy? And it's not a subdivision issue, it's a permitting issue that we're looking at, correct? I mean, so approving the subdivision's not going to have any effect either way on what he.
That is correct.
his-
So item number 45 is the
Okay.
item
Yeah.
the gentleman was.
Second then on this one. So, but let me clarify then, the approval of this, lot one, that I guess it's a submerging of subdivisions. If we approve this, it won't affect how we can move forward with regulating what his issue is. If it is, I'd like to carry it over.
So the subdivision approval has no effect on the permitting side
Right.
of it. So the permitting side of things, we're going to send an inspector out to see if they're complying with the conditions of the building permits. This subdivision has no bearing on that side of things.
And sorry to, and I know we hadn't made it to the item number yet. It sounds like maybe he also is referring to possibly some ADEM issues with the silt fence and runoff.
It's possible. That'll all come through when we send an inspector out.
Okay.
We'll investigate it and see what all needs to happen.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, Eddie. Go ahead. I second number 44, if I didn't already.
45, approve a proposed and final plat of lots 1 and 2 of Summerlin Subdivision Phase 2 amended. This proposed plat supersedes the previously submitted proposal and final plat approved by the commission on July 16th.
So moved.
Second.
Item 46 was already voted. 47, approve supplemental agreement number 5 with Frank Turner Construction Company for project Tanner Williams Road from Snow Road North to Ziegler Boulevard for raising and changing inlets and removal of asphalt, increasing the contract in the total amount of $10,652.50 to an estimated contract total of $14,706,777.42.
So moved.
Second.
Items 48, 49, and 50 were voted at conference. Commissioners, we have one add-on this morning. Add-on number 1, authorize license to establish a cemetery and a certificate of approval of petition filed by Louis T. Davidson and Katrina Davidson to establish a private cemetery pursuant to Alabama Code as amended in the area described in the petition filed by said parties, which is generally located on Timber Pine Road in Wilmer, Alabama. This authorization is recommended by the Mobile County Health Department, subject to certain stipulations provided in their letter dated September 3rd, 2025.
So moved.
So I've never seen one of these before, so can somebody explain to me exactly what we're approving? I just want to make sure that I understand.
I was looking for you.
I was here.
Thank
Good
you.
morning, Commissioners. I'm Melissa King. I'm the Chief Clerk of the Probate Court. And we have not done one of these in 8 years. It's provided for in the code. And this is the process by which an individual can set up a private family plot on their own land. So this piece of property is actually surrounded by other members of the Davidson family. So the health department has to approve it, and then the probate court, and then a county commission.
So this is we're the final step in approval?
Yes, sir. I have orders for you all to sign for the commissioner, president to sign afterwards.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is there any implications I'm sorry, I haven't seen this add-on before now, and I've never seen anything.
I think the last one we did was about 8 years ago,
Okay.
from what we could tell. But yeah, it goes to the health department first when they initially file the petition with the probate court. And then once the health department reports to us, then we send it over here.
Okay.
But this has been an established family cemetery, though, has it not?
No, they're forming.
Before
This
I
is
thought
new.
this plot, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I realize there's a certificate here, but I thought it had been in the past.
Well, that
utilized.
was the certificate. I think that we issued the initial order to the health department to assess it.
Okay.
If I may ask, is there anything time sensitive that this has to be done today? Me personally, before I vote yes on it, I would like to do a little research on it.
I was not informed by the attorney that it was time sensitive. It took us, I think it took the health department about 3 months to assess it.
Yeah.
But I do have the health department report, and I have the plat that they set out if you would like to see it.
What are the concerns?
Well, I don't know the concerns because I really don't know what I'm voting for. So I'll ask that it be carried over. If not, then I'll just vote no until I can do some research on it.
Well, Commissioner, it was brought to me for signature, and I don't think that when we were figuring out how to do this, I was telling that I couldn't sign on behalf of the commission without commission action, and that's why I had to ask Eddie to add it to this agenda. So that's why it's here.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the add-on. I just have a problem not really knowing the implications of. I don't know what the implications of we're creating a cemetery is what we're voting to create a family-owned cemetery, and I don't know what the long-term implications to that are because I've never done it before, and I just don't feel comfortable vote. It's nothing against the folks trying to create a family cemetery. I'm just not familiar with the process and what the long-term or future implications can be, and that's why. But if you guys want to pass it, I mean,
I have I don't think is it time sensitive for some reason? Do we have,
I was not informed
looking
of
to
it.
utilize it
Yeah,
here?
I mean, I think it took the health department about 3 months to get back with us once we sent it over originally. But this is the final step.
Okay, but it's nothing immediate that they're looking.
I was
for-
not informed of that by the attorney that
I mean, there
filed it.
hasn't been a death that they're trying to.
I hope not, because
Okay.
it's been a while.
Okay, I didn't know if that was part of what. Of course, if it's been in the works for 3 months now, probably not. But,
Yes.
But anyway, and why are we adding this why are we putting this as an add-on? I mean,
Because that was me. It came to
because of.
Yeah, it came to me for signature on behalf of the
Okay.
commission.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then that was when I said, I can't sign on behalf of the commission unless there had been an action.
Right, but we were not made aware of it until it's landed here as an add-on on the
And
agenda.
I don't have a problem so much with the add-on as I have an issue with voting on something that I don't know the implications of without doing some research. I would make a motion that we carry it over, and if,
Well, I don't have any objection to carrying it over if there's, if it's not time sensitive.
I haven't
guess.
received a phone call from the attorney involved. It's Doug Anderson, asking us where it is or where the process is. So I don't think we'd have any objection to that.
Okay, we can hold it over to the
Absolutely.
next meeting.
We will hold it over to the next meeting.
Okay.
And Commissioner, I'll be happy to send you the code sections if you'd like to see them.
thank you.
Okay.
Or any information that, any pertinent information, if you would, please share it with all of us.
Sure. We just had the petition and the obviously the report from the health department.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry. Just-
Item 51, commission announcements and/or comments.
I don't have any.
Just real briefly, Tina and Dina, that has a rhyme to it, and Cherie. And I went out Saturday to the G&D Farms Outdoor Expo at the fairgrounds. Wonderful experience. I think that thing probably, it seemed like it doubled in size from last year when they had their first one, and they're gracious enough to give the county a booth at their outdoor expo for us to showcase our parks and facilities. And so I thank G&D and Lee and Starla Davis for doing that for the county. And also thank your staff who was there. Dana, thank you for getting all the little goodie bags put together. But I did go, and it was nice, and it was nice to see our people there, and it was nice to see people engaging, wanting to know about our parks. So thank your people for being there, and Dina, thank you for everything, and Cherie also, thank you. And anybody else that I may have missed out, thank you.
'52, approve request for motion to adjourn until October 14th.
So moved.
Second.
I call to order the September 22nd, 2025 meeting of the Mobile County Indigent Care Board.
You didn't say we would adjourn.
1, approve minutes of the meeting of October 25th.
So moved.
Second.
2, accept report from Mobile County Commission of the balance in the Indigent Care Fund as of October 31st as follows. Funds available, $156,153.97.
So moved.
Second.
3, approve request for motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Have a great week.